Hello everyone, welcome to Jason's Sports Show. I'm Jason Garline, broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California. I'm gonna get right to it. Richie Incognito, bully or just a regular guy? First off, he sent all these text messages to Jonathan Martin saying horrible things using racial slurs against Jonathan Martin. Most people are on Martin's side, but there's a small amount of players and fans that would have to say they're with Incognito. I'm not really sure why, but they just are. Here are the facts. There's been text messages from Incognito found on Martin's phone. They were very explicit text messages that do not look good in this light. It could have been that Incognito was friends with Martin and was just joking with him, but that doesn't look like the case right now. So, as of right now, Incognito has been suspended and doesn't look like he will be coming back to the team anytime soon. I don't really know if it adds anything to this case, but Incognito isn't really the worst player around. What do you mean by that? I mean, he has actually made a few Pro Bowls himself, but I don't really think it matters. You can have the best player in the league or best guard in the league, and it won't matter. But Incognito as of right now, has been suspended and probably will not make it to back to the team. For the record, he made the Pro Bowl last year, the 2012 season. He was with the St. Louis Rams through 2005, 2009. He has been called the dirtiest player in the league, so that's something right there. He was with the Bills and then was signed to the Dolphins after the 2009 season, and he is also known. He's actually have been the NFL's dirtiest player. He's been named that. So I don't know if that's unofficial, but I'm not sure. On to more relevant news. And by saying that, I don't mean that wasn't relevant. I'm saying if I was talking about relevance, I would be talking about basketball. Hot starts, Indiana. 5-0. Can you believe it? I can believe it. Okay, next team, Miami, 4-2. How good is Miami? We're going on and on about this, but how good really is Miami? Are they getting solid production out of their guys every single night? LeBron's putting up about 25, 24 points a game. D Wade still showing up the game, still getting good stats, still shooting pretty well. Bosch is pretty good scoring, and Ray Allen comes off the bench with 12 points. Is there anyone that they need to get production out of who they really needed? I'd say Haslam needs to get some more points per game. I think Chalmers and Cole are putting up solid production. I don't think Cole's putting up enough production to say he could replace anybody. Dwayne Wade. But then again, Norris Cole's a point guard, isn't he? He could easily, I think, in my opinion, could easily switch to a 2-guard. But that's besides the point. Haslam needs to score more points. I'm not covering Miami here, but I'm just saying. Haslam needs to score more points. What's his most points per game, Jason? Oh, well, thank you for asking. He had a his most points per game average was back in the 2006 season, where he scored 2007 to 2008 season. I'm sorry, he scored 12 points per game. Truth be told, he only played in 49 games that season, so I ain't saying nothing. But he hasn't scored more than 5 points since 2011-2012. So it'll be interesting to see how healthy he stays. We'll just have to see. The Heat we still haven't seen anything from Greg Oden. Still waiting for old Greg to make an appearance. Still has yet to touch NBA hardwood for an actual game. Do I think Greg Oden should be in the team? I think he should at least be able to see the light of day. You know, I think he hasn't played. They're gonna say things like, "Oh, well, he got to play in a preseason game." Yeah, preseason's preseason. Let the boy play. He should be able to play, but he's not going to be able. He's a good player. I'll say that much. But his legs gave out on him, so it's not fun. Too bad for him. Oh well. That's life, isn't it? Anyways, might as well start talking about the Dodgers now, since I've gotten off a little off track. The Dodgers. Hard off season, but Don Mattingly says he might be coming back to the Dodgers. He's going to come back to the Dodgers for the 2014 season, but right now he's going to also work on getting a multi-year deal with the team to secure his future, just to be sure. Let's do a little bit of an off-season outlook on the Dodgers. They finished 92-70. They have a lot of guaranteed contracts for next year. Well, here's the scheme of this. Here it is in a short words, I should say. They need some more starting pitching, in my opinion. They just signed Alex Guerrero. I think he will help the Dodgers a lot. He'll give more contact, more power than Mark Ellis ever gave the Dodgers. I mean, Ellis' future with the Dodgers is really looking bright as of right now. Doesn't look like he will be returning to the team at all. I mean, he had a nice run with the team, nice 2-year run. Anyways, A.J. Ellis probably will be coming back for the Dodgers. Clayton Kershaw will come back to the Dodgers. You asked me what free agents I think will come back to the Dodgers. Let's go through the list. I don't think Ellis or Capiano will come back. Uribe should. I think it'd be a smart idea for them to sign Schumacher to a deal. Nick Punto is a pretty good fielder. He can play, I think, any of the 4 infield positions. Ricky Nolasco. We'll go back to him in a second. Carlos Marmol. If we really need a reliever, if the market gets that bad that we can't get this guy, this guy doesn't leave LA, we'll probably sign him to like a year deal, 2 years deal. JP Howell, I think he's a must sign. I think he's a great relief pitcher. I mean, he was one of those guys. You don't really like. He's not gonna come out really loud at you and really surprise you with stuff. But I think he did pretty well for us. I'd say. He came to us this year. His ERA was 2.03. Pretty good guy. I'd say he helped us out a lot. Yeah, only give up 14 runs in 62 innings. I mean, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Good enough for me. Jerry Harrison Jr. What can I say, Jerry? You are not the guy we're looking for. I wouldn't be surprised if those were the words I spoke, and he had a huge year next year with like the Rockies or something. But I really don't think that Jerry Harrison Jr. is the guy the Dodgers need right now. He's a good guy. He's a good human being, but he's definitely not the guy the Dodgers are looking for right now as a pitch hitter. I mean, let's be realistic here. If you're gonna have, let's think about this. Say you're gonna have five guys off the bench. Well, we'll do this after. Michael Young, they'll probably keep him. He can play infield too. Brian Wilson, keep him. He's a good setup man for Jensen. Edson Volquez, probably not going to keep him. He's not going to really help out the Dodgers as of right now. Let's go through it. Outfielders. Let's just assume. Well, I want to talk about outfielders later, but let's just assume the backup outfielder is going to be Scott Van Slyke. So that's how he's off. You have Tim Fedorovich for AGLS as a backup. Schumacher and Punto. Now, we know Young wants to play in Los Angeles. So does Hairston. But at the same time, there are two other guys you could bring up in the organization. You could bring up D. Gordon, or you could bring up Justin Sellers. Why do we have so many shortstops? That's a really interesting story. Why do the Dodgers? I mean, Justin Sellers and D. Gordon can play baseball. I think Justin Sellers is actually D. Gordon has the advantage there because he has such speed, and the speed that D. Gordon brings is unmatched. He has like the most stolen bases in the Dodgers, or close to that amount, without even playing a full season. He's that great at stealing bases. I think we need a guy like that on the team. So if I'm gonna pick a guy, I'm gonna pick D. Gordon. And here's the great part about it: D. Gordon is playing the outfield right now for Winter League. He's playing outfield. What does that mean? That means that if the Dodgers really needed him, he can play outfield. That gives you 5. He basically can play. If he only can play shortstop right now and second base, and he puts himself in the outfield, I think he could play four positions. Four positions to put him. He can play. He can probably play left field if needed. Let's go a little bit of depth with D. Gordon. D. Gordon, he could be very valuable to the Dodgers because He brings the best speed to the Dodgers besides Puig, Ramirez, Crawford, anybody like that. He brings more speed to the Dodgers. Let's talk about the Dominican Winter League.